Welcome gamers! Today we are taking things to a whole new level with the Poco X8 Pro Max. Under the hood, this phone is packing the MediaTek Dimensity 9500s, and we are putting it through a massive 50-game PC emulation test using the latest GameHub build. I was really curious to see how this updated emulator handles everything on high-end MediaTek silicon, especially with all the new GPU optimizations and driver tweaks included in this version. From lightweight titles pushing insane frame rates up to 120 FPS, all the way to heavy AAA games like The Witcher 3, GTA 5, and Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, we are testing the limits of mobile PC gaming today. Let's dive right into the gameplay and see what this flagship setup can actually do. Need for Speed Most Wanted 2012 delivers thrilling arcade street racing through an open world. On Poco X8 Pro Max, it hits a rock-solid 60 FPS in GameHub. Selecting performance GPU drivers in the graphics menu keeps high-speed police chases and urban drifts buttery smooth. Sleeping Dogs Definitive Edition features intense martial arts combat across Hong Kong streets. Running at 40 to 60 FPS on Dimensity 9500, applying balanced wine presets in the compatibility settings, maintains steady frame pacing during hectic melee brawls. Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance offers lightning-fast katana action and epic boss battles. The chipset drives a smooth 50 to 60 FPS in GameHub, requiring only light graphics tweaks to keep high-octane blade mode slashes perfectly fluid and responsive. GTA 4 brings rich physics and iconic Liberty City crime stories to life. Achieving a locked 60 FPS on this flagship phone, custom DXVK settings prevent stuttering during heavy traffic driving and explosive shootout sequences across the metropolitan map. GTA 5 delivers huge open-world heist action and detailed visuals. Poco X8 Pro Max pushes 50 to 60 FPS reliably in GameHub, where optimizing compatibility options ensures seamless character switching and chaotic city destruction without noticeable dips. The Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion brings immersive fantasy questing and vast exploration. Running at 50 to 60 FPS on this processor, choosing custom graphics profiles helps render dense forest landscapes and magic combat effects with high visual stability. The Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim features epic dragon battles across frozen wilderness. Dimensity 9500 handles 40 to 60 FPS easily, needing basic driver adjustments in GameHub to maintain fluid swordplay and spellcasting inside massive dungeons. Hitman Absolution offers stealthy assassination missions filled with environmental traps. The device holds 40 to 50 FPS in GameHub, benefiting from quick compatibility tuning to process crowded public areas and complex enemy AI behaviors smoothly. Mad Max delivers brutal vehicular combat in a post-apocalyptic wasteland. Pushing a full 60 FPS on this chipset, performance presets in the graphics menu allow high-speed convoy battles and explosion-heavy encounters to run without frame drops. Dead Island Definitive Edition provides visceral zombie survival melee combat on a tropical resort. Running at 40 to 60 FPS on Poco X8 Pro Max, tailored GPU drivers keep fast undead swarms and decapitation effects running fluidly throughout gameplay. Fallout 3 offers deep post-apocalyptic RPG exploration through Washington, D.C. ruins. GameHub holds a solid 60 FPS on this powerful device, using default compatibility setups to deliver crisp VATS targeting and steady wasteland traversal. Kingdom Come Deliverance presents realistic medieval combat in an expansive historical open world. Dimensity 9500s Ultra manages 20 to 30 FPS on this heavy title, proving playable when low preset graphics options are selected in the menu. The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt features vast monster hunting and rich narrative choices. The chipset pushes 40 to 50 FPS in GameHub, where custom DXVK driver configurations allow demanding fantasy landscapes and sword battles to stay remarkably smooth. Dying Light blends intense zombie survival horror with fast parkour movement. Poco X8 Pro Max reaches 40 to 50 FPS comfortably, leveraging frame generation toggles in the emulator to maintain high fluidity during chaotic night pursuits. Just Cause 2 brings explosive grappling hook action across a tropical archipelago. achieving 50 to 60 FPS on this processor, simple graphics tweaks keep massive base destruction, and freefall stunts running at impressive performance levels. Darksiders Genesis provides fast hack-and-slash isometric dungeon crawling. The hardware maintains a steady 30 FPS in GameHub, needing minimal compatibility adjustments to process heavy particle magic and intense co-op combat encounters. Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare delivers classic fast-paced tactical military shooter action, running at an incredible 60 to 90 FPS on Poco X8 Pro Max. Standard GPU profiles yield ultra-responsive gunplay across intense war campaigns. Call of Duty Advanced Warfare features futuristic exosuit mobility and cinematic firefights. The device holds 40 to 50 FPS in GameHub, using targeted graphics options to stabilize frame rates during heavy sci-fi set pieces and drone assaults. Call of Duty World at War offers gritty historical World War II infantry combat. Dimensity 9500 maintains 40 to 50 FPS smoothly, running well with balanced wine presets that keep heavy artillery blasts and smoke effects completely fluid. Bioshock 2 delivers atmospheric underwater survival FPS action in Rapture. The chipset achieves 50 to 60 FPS in GameHub, requiring basic driver setup to render detailed water physics, plasmid abilities, and heavy Big Daddy encounters seamlessly. Dark Souls 3 is an iconic action RPG by From Software known for brutal bosses. Shockingly, it runs at a smooth 30-40 FPS on the GameHub Emulator powered by chipset the Dimensity 9500s. Its dark world, tight combat, and playable mobile performance make this an incredible feat. Sleeping Dogs delivers gritty open-world crime drama and kung fu action, running at 50 to 60 FPS on Dimensity 9500s. Light emulator adjustments keep high-speed motorcycle chases and martial arts counters performing smoothly. Max Payne 3 brings cinematic bullet-time shootouts and gritty storytelling. GameHub maintains 50 to 60 FPS on this phone, where customized graphics profiles deliver ultra-precise shoot dodging and smooth particle effects during firefights. Little Nightmares 2 offers creepy atmospheric puzzle platforming in a dark world. Poco X8 Pro Max pushes 30 to 40 FPS smoothly, benefiting from balanced compatibility setups to keep eerie character animations fluid and responsive. The Evil Within provides tense survival horror filled with horrifying grotesque monsters. The chipset holds a stable 30 FPS in GameHub, using lightweight graphics settings to ensure dark, claustrophobic corridors render without performance hitches. The Evil Within 2 expands the nightmare into a mind-bending open-world town. Running at 30 to 40 FPS on this device, adjusting wine compatibility options keeps distorted creature encounters and stealth exploration running steadily. Metro Last Light Redux delivers atmospheric subterranean mutant survival shooting. Dimensity 9500s Ultra hits 50 to 60 FPS in GameHub to maintain steady playability inside spooky tunnel environments. Metro 2033 Redux tests hardware with tense post-apocalyptic tunnel warfare. The flagship phone maintains 50 to 60 FPS easily, requiring light graphics tweaks to render realistic gas mask reflections and creature attacks fluidly. The Amazing Spider-Man 2 lets players web-sling through New York City streets. Pushing 30 FPS on Poco X8 Pro Max, custom emulator presets ensure open-world swinging mechanics and free-flowing combat stay completely playable. Tomb Raider 2013 reboots Lara Croft's origin with cinematic survival action. The hardware handles a locked 60 FPS in GameHub, utilizing standard performance profiles to deliver smooth platforming, shooting, and tomb exploration. Rise of the Tomb Raider features stunning snowy wilderness and complex ancient tombs. Dimensity 9500s Ultra achieves 50 to 60 FPS, relying on optimized DXVK drivers to process heavy foliage and dynamic lighting seamlessly. Vampyr offers gothic action RPG gameplay where choices shape Victorian London. Poco X8 Pro Max holds a steady 30 FPS in GameHub, requiring basic compatibility, tuning to handle blood magic abilities, and detailed city alleyways. Assassin's Creed Revelations brings Ezio's journey to a climax in Constantinople. Running at 50 to 60 FPS on this chipset, simple graphics presets keep zipline navigation and Counter-Strike sword-fighting fluid and responsive. Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag features seamless Caribbean naval warfare and pirate raids. GameHub delivers 40 to 60 FPS on Poco X8 Pro Max, using tailored driver setups to handle open ocean storms and ship-to-ship boarding battles. DreadOut 2 delivers Indonesian indie horror with supernatural ghost encounters. The device holds 30 to 40 FPS smoothly, using balanced emulator options to render eerie environments and flash photography combat reliably. Visage offers deeply disturbing psychological horror in a haunting house. Dimensity 9500 pushes 45 to 60 FPS in GameHub, leveraging custom graphic settings to preserve dark lighting effects and immersive paranormal events. LEGO Marvel Superheroes 2 brings comic book adventures across time and space. Poco X8 Pro Max maintains 50 to 60 FPS easily, requiring light compatibility adjustments to process vibrant character abilities and open hub worlds. Nascar 14 delivers intense stock car pack racing on oval tracks. The chipset manages 30 to 50 FPS in GameHub, utilizing basic driver tweaks to maintain smooth vehicle physics during crowded high-speed drafting maneuvers. Payday the Heist features fast cooperative bank robberies against police forces. Running at 50 to 60 FPS on this phone, performance presets in the graphics menu ensure gunplay stays fluid during intense wave defense. Biomutant presents a post-apocalyptic kung fu fable in an open wilderness. Poco X8 Pro Max holds 30 to 40 FPS in GameHub, relying on customized DXVK setups to render open-world environments and martial arts action smoothly. NieR Automata brings stylish Android action combat and bullet hell mechanics. Dimensity 9500 achieves 30 to 40 FPS, using light compatibility presets to keep rapid dodge maneuvers and sword strikes completely fluid. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order delivers epic lightsaber duels and force abilities. The phone holds a playable 30 FPS in GameHub, requiring low preset graphics tuning to handle demanding alien planet exploration. Samurai Jack Battle Through Time offers fast hack-and-slash cartoon sword fighting. Running at 50 to 60 FPS on this chipset, default GameHub drivers easily process rapid weapon combos and stylish boss battles without drops. Dead Space 3 features tactical sci-fi necromorph dismemberment on an icy planet. Poco X8 Pro Max hits 50 to 60 FPS smoothly, leveraging performance profiles to keep zero-gravity movement and intense gunplay responsive. Prototype 2 delivers open-world mutant destruction and high-speed parkour. The device maintains 40 to 60 FPS in GameHub, using targeted compatibility setups to process massive city chaos and biological weapon attacks fluidly. PS 2017 brings classic fluid football simulation with precise ball control. Dimensity 9500 achieves an extraordinary 120 FPS, taking full advantage of high refresh rate display settings for ultra-smooth matches. Battlefield Bad Company 2 offers destructive squad-based military shooter action. Poco X8 Pro Max runs at 50 to 60 FPS in GameHub, utilizing light graphics tweaks to keep heavy tank battles and collapsing buildings smooth. Devil May Cry 5 features stylish hack-and-slash combos across apocalyptic city streets. The chipset holds 30 to 40 FPS, using custom GPU profiles to preserve rapid weapon switching and flashy animation fluidity. Resident Evil 3 Remake delivers fast survival horror against the relentless nemesis. Running at 40 to 50 FPS on Poco X8 Pro Max, optimized wine setups keep boss fights and city escape sequences smooth and responsive. MotoGP 2017 offers fast, realistic motorcycle racing on official Grand Prix tracks. The hardware holds 30 to 50 FPS in GameHub, requiring basic compatibility tuning to maintain clean cornering physics and steady frame rates. And that is a wrap on our 50-game PC emulation marathon on the Poco X8 Pro Max. The Dimensity 9500s Ultra, combined with this latest GameHub update, handled everything like an absolute champ. Seeing titles like PS 2017 push all the way to 120 FPS, while heavy AAA open-world games remained completely playable on a mobile chip is just insane. It really goes to show how far handheld PC emulation has come with proper driver tuning and compatibility fixes. Drop a comment down below and let me know which game's performance surprised you the most today, or what titles you want me to test in the next benchmark. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more emulation content, and see you in the next video.